State of the Union address mula sa ating Pangulo dito sa Amerika, Pangulong Barack Obama, joining us on the phone to break it down for us, actually via Skype. Ronnie Ligo, Editor-in-Chief of Midweek and Weekend Balita. Ronnie, the first question is, how many of our kababayans do you think watched the State of the Union? Kasi, do we care? And there was a survey that I posted on my Twitter page, no? Mas gusto ba ng mga kababayan natin makialam tungkol sa impeachment na nagaganap sa Pilipinas o sa State of the Union ni Obama?
Alam mo, dalawang klase siguro yan, ano? Yung mga merong TFC or may mga Filipino channels, tsak na manonood din sila, no? Depende yan kung may oras sila, no? At baka nasa trabaho pa sila. However, yung nangyari kagabi, prime time, ano? Presidente Barack Obama, nabanggit mo nga, State of the Union address. Ngayon, kung balik tayo sa politika, of course, we also care about local politics. And because it affects us, marami sa ating mga kababayan ang tumataas ng taxes, kung hindi man nawala ng bahay because of the housing crisis.
Yes, let's break it down, Ronnie. First of all, why should we care? Let's say we don't vote here. Why should we care?
Oo, no? Of course, yung mga kababayan natin, kahit na hindi sila bumoboto, may mga anak silang pumapasok dito sa eskwela. Pagka wala ng mga budget ang mga eskwela na yan, mga public schools, tumataas ang tuition fee, especially in colleges, ano? At yung mga high school, nawawalan ng mga teachers. So, yun mga epekto, no? However, itong yung usaping kagabi na State of the Union address, maraming mga pinag-usapan si Presidente Barack Obama na tsak maapektuhan tayo either in our taxes or the way we get our health insurance.
All right.
At yung mga iba naman tungkol sa immigration.
Yes, definitely immigration. We're going to be talking about that. But right now, the first point is fair economy for all. Patas na ekonomiya para sa lahat. What does this mean, Ronnie?
Oh, no, kasi as far as the President Obama is concerned, gusto niya sana lahat kasi nagsishrink daw ang ating middle class kasi nga tumataas ang mga bilihin, nawawala ng mga services, kung hindi man sila nawalan ng trabaho, so mga lumiliit ang kanilang disposable income. So ang gusto ni Presidente Obama, kung meron kayong kakayahan na dapat bilhin ito, dapat ma-afford ninyo, at yung mga mayayaman naman daw, kung mas marami silang sweldo at mas mataas ang kanilang kinikita, sana maging distributed ng konti ang wealth. Of course, hindi yan gusto ng mga Republicans. At i-explain natin kung bakit ang mga taxes ng mga mas mayayaman,
yes,
dapat mas mababa o mas mataas according to President Obama. At yung mga tayo naman daw mas maliit na susweldo, dapat fair naman daw ang ating taxes.
Right. Systematic destruction of wealth that will lead to even distribution of wealth in the U.S. At isa sa pinopropose ni Pangulong Obama ay ang pagbabago ng mga tax rates. Let's explain that to them, Ronnie, through an example.
Oo, no? Nag-isip tayo ng isang halimbawa, no? Kasi taxing the millionaires, although those who are earning less than $250,000, dapat daw hindi masyadong mataas ang taxes. However, may tinatawag na capital gains tax, ano? Isang halimbawa nito, like for example, isang couple, no? Pareho silang nurses, they're earning like $150,000 a year, and they're able to earn $1,000 a month just to invest, ano? Kasi wala na silang pagdadala ng pera, invest nila ngayon. Itong investment nila ngayon, let's remember that $1,000 na tax na yan kasi salary nila yan, ano? Mga 25 to 35% na tax na yan, i-invest nila ngayon yung $1,000, mag-earn yan capital gains tax. Ang current rate ngayon is 15%, gaya ng taxes ni Republican candidate si Romney, no? 15% because of capital gains tax. Ngayon, ang gusto ni Presidente Obama, gawing 30% yan. Ang sabi ng mga conservatives, that is like double taxation. That is already earned money and it was already taxed before. When we are going to invest it na sa mga business na mag-generate ng mga iba pang trabaho, bakit kailangan itaas pa ang sweldo niyan? Whereas kung dapat yan, dodoblihin lang ang pag-invest ulit kung mas malaki ang kita nila.
Alright. Marami pa siyang pinag-usapan kabilang ni dito yung pagbabalik sa manufacturing o pagtatrabaho dito sa Amerika. But I'm afraid we won't have enough time, Ronnie. Let's skip all the others because one thing that's important for our kababayans here in the U.S. ay yung immigration. And he mentioned that once again sa kanyang State of the Union.
Oo, hinamon niya, especially mga Republicans na nagba-back down dito sa proposal na alam naman natin pinag-usapan dito yung Dream Act na bill na kung saan yung mga lumaki dito o dinala dito at naging illegal na mga kabataan at ngayon they're earning degrees in colleges. Sana magkaroon sila ng way para maging citizens sila at mapakinabangan na natin ang ating investment through their education. At sinasabi niya, bigyan niyo ako ng isang magandang paraan para mabigyan sila ng paraang maging citizens at may pirmahan ko agad yan. Let's give them away. Let's not waste them kesa naman bumalik sila sa mga bayan na hindi na nila alam at hindi nila kilala itong mga bayan na ito.
And it's not just the Dream Act, Ronnie. He was calling for comprehensive immigration reform, which was a part of his campaign a few years ago when he was campaigning for the presidency. Sinabi rin niya, may mga businesses din dito, yung ilan sa mga illegal immigrants, nagbabayad din ng buwis. So nakakatulong sa ekonomiya ng Amerika. Here's what he said.
A law that gives them the chance to earn their citizenship. I will sign it right away.
Is that how it happens? Nasa responsibilidad ba ng Kongreso na mag-agree sa comprehensive immigration reform bago pirmahan ni Pangulong Obama? Or can he work with Congress and try to negotiate and try to compromise?
Alam mo kasi, yung mga sa technology sector, yung pinakamagaganda at pinakamalalaking business ngayon dyan were all founded by foreigners. Ika nga, mga immigrants sila, So, sinasabi ni Presidente Obama, these are the very talented people that make the United States grow at economically strong. At ito, bigyan natin sila ng pag-asa, especially ang education kasi ng Amerika is very great, At
yes,
bigyan ng tsansa itong mga estudyante nito na mag-prosper sa bansang Amerika.
But once again, it's campaign year. I highly doubt that there's
Politika talaga yan,
anything
of course.
that's going to happen this year and even in the next few years. Alam naman natin, Pangulong Obama campaigned on that ground for immigration pero wala ring nangyari in the last 4 years. I'm sure we're going to be discussing more of this in the coming days here on the show. But for now, thank you, Ronnie, for joining us and sharing your perspective with us here on the show.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
That was Ronnie Lygo, Editor-in-Chief of Midweek and Weekend Balita. Mas marami pa pong balita midweek and weekend. Also sa kanilang online edition, www.balita.com. Also sa kanilang broadsheet product, US Asian Post. When we return on Kababayan LA, get ready to be inspired. Don't go away.